It's a flat start for benchmark indices. Nifty, it's a shade of red, a point down for the Nifty, 2 points off for the Nifty now. And for the Sensex also, it's a very flat start, 20 point off for the Sensex. So both Sensex and the Nifty for the moment, they're hugging on to that flat line. Let's look at the small cap index, the mid cap index, and then we launch into some of the newsmakers trade off. The small cap index is flat. The mid cap index also on a relative basis, it is outperforming markets. Titan has to be the star, and I would imagine that Titan will be the star, thought as much. 9% up. It's not that because of the new GST rates you will see queue outside the Tanishq store. It's just that markets are working with a scenario. That scenario has not worked out what markets are working with. It is more favorable for jewelry companies, and the market momentum is such that markets are rewarding good news disproportionately and they are disregarding bad news quite smartly and easily. 9% up for Titan, and just stay with every jewelry stock, and there you will see that there's a huge uptick in just about every jewelry store or every jewelry stock. PC Jeweler, that's the other one. Tagmale Jewelers, that's 265. Tara Jewelers, frankly I don't even remember all the jewelry stocks, but now that the entire pack is moving higher, needless to say, all the jewelry stocks today will have a huge shade of green. I mean, I don't imagine that from 1st of July you're going to queue outside the Tanishq store to buy jewelry, but that's sentiment for you, and that's how markets move in the short term.
Yeah, and look at Titan now, it's spurted up a good 10% in excess of that actually. Thangamahal Jewelry, PCJ, Tara Jewels, all of them are holding out very well, and of course it is Titan which is the biggest mover with an uptick of 10% or so coming in. For the indexes, it's pretty quiet. It's a quiet start. So, much like last week where the index remains quiet, but individual stocks and sectors continue to hold out up and down either way. So, but the Nifty starts off just languishing around the 9650 level in trade. What about the broader market? How's that kick-started trade? Let's see what the mid as well as the small cap index are up to. And a couple of these stocks are active. So not just the jewelry companies, but even some of the tanneries, the likes of Bata, the likes of Mirza International, they're all impacted because of the GST tax slabs being announced. So look out for some of these names. Footwear below 500 rupees is going to be taxed 15%, and other footwear is going to be kept at the 18% tax rate. So that of course is Liberty Shoes. Relaxo as well starts off in the green. Bata should come up, and then should come up some of the other names as well. Bata holding out 1.25% as we speak. BD may be taxed at 18% GST tax flat. Tax slab, it's going to be taxed at 3%. So that's the take really coming in on some of these GST sensitives. Let's see what the movers from last week are up to, and whether or not the likes of an HCC, NCC are all looking active. A GMR Infra, M&M Finance, Muthoot Finance. Cadila had a very smart run on Friday after one of its products at the Moraiya plant got an approval by the US FDA. This was a big deal for Cadila. You've also got a PFC, Fortis, Syntex, Balkrishna Industries and GAIL, which were the losers last week, and maybe some of that red continues today.